Shannon, who do you think deserves the most blame for the Steelers?
There's a lot of blame to go around, Skip Bayless. I'm going to give 65% to the defense. 65.
Okay.
I'm going to give 25 to the coach, Mike Tomlin.
All right.
And I'm going to give the other 10 to Ben. Skip, this is why I've had no confidence in the Steelers in the last 7-8 years, because their defense is the weak link. This is not the Steelers that you mentioned earlier in the 70s. This is not your moms. This is not your grandfathers and your fathers. This is not their Steelers. They're not the steel curtain. They're built to play offense. All the talent is on that side of the ball. Antonio Brown, the Juju Schuster-Smith, you got Martavis, you got Ben, you got Le'Veon. So they have to score points. Now, Ben Roethlisberger has 7 turnovers in 2 games. 21 points directly from his hand has gone on the board without Blake Bortles being on the field. Another thing, Skip, Blake Bortles' twin was in New England on Saturday night. I don't know if y'all saw him. He goes by the name of Marcus Mariota. Everybody keep talking about Blake Bortles, but that's a problem up there. That's neither here nor there, Skip. The thing is that when you look at the way the Pittsburgh Steelers play, they get down 28 points. They were 28-7, I think, at one point in time. And then you look at Ben and he's having that's because the Jags said, okay, we'll give you these throws. You're going to have a bunch of yards. But they answered every call. They get close. Blake Bortles make that one throw. Boom. Now they get a touchdown. 45 yards to Cole. And that's what you're going to have, Skip. And I said this since about week 8-9. I said in the AFC, the only team that's constructed to beat the New England Patriots is the Jags because of their defense. The question that I have, the odds makers have that too because they're 9.5-point underdogs in New England. Can he make those 4 or 5 throws that he made yesterday? Can he make those again in New England, knowing that you're one game away from the Super Bowl? Skip, he made a couple of throws that got him first downs. He made a big throw that got him a touchdown on the fullback F2 split because they're running the ball so well. These linebackers got to honor. They got to honor Leonard Fournette. So what does the fullback do? He comes up, fake like he's going to block one of them, right down the hole. We call that fullback F2 split. They're going to split the side. He's going to go up the middle, boom, drop the ball. Then, Skip, can you get another 1 or 2 first downs when you're backed up in your own territory? And what we mean by those first downs, Skip, they might not lead to points, but what it allows you to do is flip the field position battle. So instead of punting the ball from your end zone or your back end zone line and Tom Brady getting the ball at the 50, can you get 2 first downs and not punt the ball and make Tom Brady has to go 80 yards in order to get a touchdown? You keep giving him 40 and 50 yards, he's going to break you. There's enough blame to go around. Skip, Mike Tomlin, this is what helped me understand. With 2:18 on the clock, 7-point ball game, you onside kick it? So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. You don't have enough confidence that if you kick the ball out of the end zone and they're going to go 75 yards, you don't have confidence in them there. But
that's what he said.
Hold on. But you onside, in the military, they have something called CDA, Collateral Damage Assessment. Skip, if you don't get this ball, what then? Because if you can't stop them from going 75, what makes you think you're going to stop them from going 10? Skip, they got the ball in 36. They went 9 yards, so now they're kicking a 45-yard field goal. Now, since Mike Tomlin's been there, they've recovered 1 onside kick. That was in 2007. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might be the first year Mike Tomlin took over as head coach. So that's what you're telling me. 1 for 20, including yesterday. That's what their percentages are. In football, coaches say, hey, we play percentages. So now so going into that, you're 1 for 19. Your defense hasn't stopped them. But now all of a sudden, you within 7, your defense is going to hold them. Skip, they went 9 yards within field goal range. Let's say for the sake of argument, they only go, let's just say they get 2 first downs. 2 first downs, and that's not in field goal range. They're going to need at least 4 first downs to get in field goal range, Skip. That's why I got to put some of this at his feet because, and also, if I'm not mistaken, Mike Tomlin's the defensive coordinator. Now, if that's the way you cut your teeth, why is your defense so porous?
Great question.
Now, Ben, you have to bear some culpability because, again, you're turning the ball over. You're putting and when your defense is the weak link, you can ill afford to put them on the field any more than they need to be there. remember we talked about this with your Cowboys, Skip. They're already poor, so you don't want them playing any more than they absolutely have to. I would like for my defense to come on the field after we score a touchdown, not before. I don't want them to be on the field, Skip, because we turned the ball over and we're going to have to defend the short field because we know that's not what they represent. And for all these guys to be doing all this, I never understood it, Skip, because when you look at the Jags and you look at the way they're built defensively, they built for the long haul. They built for real. And all these guys, it's reported that Mike Mitchell standing outside the locker room, y'all gonna know my name. Dude, do you know what you represent? You're not the Legion of Boom. You're not Earl Thomas. You're not on one of these top 5 defenses. And you're doing all this talking. Man, boy, they lit them up. You see Malik Jackson, say Jarrell Casey. This is who they are. Now, I'm telling you. Now, if Blake Bortles can do exactly what I don't need him to do anymore. I don't need 300 from him. If he can do exactly what he did yesterday, Skip Bayless, they will beat the Patriots on Sunday.